Hi, I'm Brockhoff, and I'm at the Baton Rouge Pentagon Barracks, the original spot of LSU. Well, one of them. LSU's been through a few places, gone through a few developments. They went from being a military academy to what we see today. So how did that happen? Hi, I'm Brockhoff, and I'm in Chopin Hall, home of LSU Chemistry's experiments. Just like any experiment, things can go wrong. So what goes into the planning of those experiments? Hi, I'm Brockhoff, and I'm at the Baton Rouge Zoo, a hotspot for wild varieties, from giraffes to tigers. And as time goes on, it's only natural for things to change. Somewhere out there, there's an unclaimed lottery ticket worth $50,000. Let's see what students would do with that kind of money. Nobody likes getting pulled over for a broken tail light. It can cost you like $70, and if it's a hassle, over $100. But with the new voucher system in place, it might not even cost you a dime.
Changes are coming to Louisiana's energy industry with a renewed focus on cutting back the carbon footprint left behind. Today we have the conclusion of our investigative series on the topic. Will Brockhoff is in studio with more on the story. Will? The National Science Foundation grant is helping Louisiana stay dry and become a hub for sustainable energy. In part 3 of our investigative series, we take a look at how LSU is changing the atmosphere.
The NSF grant was awarded because of the united effort shown by LSU and many other partners of Fuel. So, what should students expect from the university? Since 2014, the size of Louisiana's oil industry has been decreasing. Employment for chemical engineers, however, is on the upside.
Today, we actually employ more people in kind of that manufacturing of these energy products than we do in the production of the oil and gas itself.
Even if there's change coming to the industries, the skills needed haven't been switched. Companies like Shell are eager for LSU students who are interested in making a career in chemical engineering.
LSU and the other universities here in Louisiana have always been a great way for us to access talent.
LSU needs to balance introducing students to the fundamentals and preparing them for the changes happening in the real world.
It opens the door for people like me. Like, I'm an environmental scientist. 10 years ago, if you had asked an environmental scientist, are you going to go work for an energy company, they'd say, oh no, that's terrible. But now I think that they're opening up these sort of floodgates to allowing more of the environmentally friendly people to join the energy industry.
Students learning chemical engineering and environmental sciences will be the ones constructing Louisiana's future. As the industry changes, so will classes. The Center of Energy Studies has a new program called Energy Fundamentals.
LSU students can take it, but it's really more geared towards people that have recently graduated and now are going into those sectors.
While employment continues to rise, it will be important for Louisiana's success if the conditions for workers is a focus going forward.
What does it mean to be a good place to live? It means that you have access to a good job, you have access to a good education, you have access to high quality transportation, good amenities, air quality, water quality.
These can be the deciding factor for many finding work in Louisiana after college. Louisiana will change in the next 50 years. Whether it's underwater or a thriving economic hub hinges on the success of the united effort LSU is a part of. Students come here because they want to create an impact, and this is their chance.
It's always good to be able to come in and just find somewhere to put yourself and make yourself useful, as opposed to just standing around waiting for everybody else to do something.
We're learning all the fundamentals, we learn all the skills, we learn the proper ways to applicate the skills, and when it comes down time to act, pretty much everybody gets it.
It's a team thing. It's kind of how the fire service is. It's all team. And one person slacking, it's all gonna just go downhill from there.
So we teach basic firefighting skills. We teach hazmat awareness, hazmat ops, Fire 1, Fire 2. The medical division does EMR for the recruits. And we also teach them firehouse etiquette, how to cut grass, how to wash trucks, physical training, just a plethora of skills that we teach them on a daily during the 14-week academy.
The training academy is important because it develops the initial, the standard for firefighters to develop themselves in the future. It gives you a base of information about how fire works and how fire grows and develops and how we combat that and extinguish it, and it gives you that base to continue to develop and learn for the rest of your career.
I've learned a lot about brotherhood, how to come together as a unit instead of just being, oh, it's me, I gotta get through this. We all gotta get through it together. That's like, I would guess, the main focus here at the academy.
When it was real hot, when we first started, having to, like do skills or, do exercises or move heavy stuff, and everybody has to do it, at the end of the day, it's, like, yeah, that was just the fact that, we're all sore. we're all chafed, we're all sore, our knees are skin up, that is a bonding experience.
Biggest team sport I've ever joined in my life.
I hope they never forget the passion for the job and the desire to learn and continue to better themselves and educate themselves throughout their career.
We explain to the recruits you have to have a house. You're building a house, so you're building a foundation first, and then you can build upon that foundation however high you want it to go. So that is one of the biggest things that I think needs to be honed in on, and making sure they understand that this is just a minimum requirements, but also that this is going to excel your career forward.
I'm married, I got 3 children, had kids kind of young, and kind of wasn't doing a whole lot with my life. And having the kids just really amped me up to want to make something of myself. So I want to show them that there's a better way in life. So hopefully showing them I'm going through the Fire Academy inspires them to maybe even do better than that.
Also, like huge trucks, like big tools, all that cool stuff.
I think they would do everything they can to get me out of a burning building. I think they would lay down their lives for me, as I would for them as well.
No, I'm not going to be able to lift that up as long as I'm pushing my mind and saying, no, don't give up, pretending like this is one of your firefighters, this is one of your brothers trapped in a house. You'll find that your mind's going to overpower your body and you'll be able to accomplish the goal.
There's a million firemen that come through here every week. It don't matter what department you work for, even if you've ever met, just being a part of the fire service, your brothers, our sisters, because there's women in it as well. You just have that bond with each other. Whether y'all know each other or not, I think any fireman or firewoman would lay down their life for another one. So it's cool to be a part of that big community.